We have been traveling the rich fertile lands of Kenya, far and wide, across the highlands and lowlands of this beautiful country, talking to farmers wherever we go.
We want to give them the help and knowledge they need to improve their farming methods,
increase their income, and turn around their farms into good business for the future.
Join us and our experts on this journey and share their families' experiences as they make the changes.
Karibu to Shamba Shape Up Safari. Many of us know that running a shamba can be quite difficult.
Sometimes there's no water, and other times there's just so much of it. Your crops get sick, your cattle get sick, and soon enough you get sick as well.
So if you need a helping hand, if you need friendly advice, call on us for a Shamba Shape Up.
Meet John, Jane, and their children, Elizabeth, David, Rose, James, and little Stevie. And here's Granny and Auntie. Don't they look lovely?
They all live on this 5 acres shamba in Limuru on the hills outside Nairobi. But John had a bad accident a year and a half ago, and the shamba has fallen into disrepair.
So they called us in for a Shamba Shape Up.
Now, if I were to wave a magic wand and grant you three wishes, what would they be, John?
3 wishes. Water, plus good shade for the cattle, and more cows.
How about you, Jane?
Good and shaped shamba, water.
Rosie?
If we could have water, we could plant vegetables like carrots, sukuma wiki, and cabbages.
Do you help your mom to cook?
Yes.
What are you cooking us for lunch?
Rice.
Rice? Now we are going to have rice.
Looking forward to it. Good girl.
You can shape it, I can be very happy.
See whether we can do a Shamba Shape Up?
Yeah, and you bet.
So do you think
are you
they're
ready?
Yes.
You ready for what?
I
Are you
don't
ready
think
for the
they're ready.
Shamba Shape Up?
Are you ready for it? Let me hear you then.
Let's go.
Say it.
Okay.
Say it. Shamba Shape Up. Let's go. Although we know a little about farming, we certainly don't know it all. So we've gathered a team together to help shape up John's shamba.
Here is Charles and Mwangi, who tackle most of the building work. We call them Mr. Sunshine and Mr. Rain, and perhaps you can see why.
And not only that, we have the country's leading research experts standing by who race to the shamba to give the family their professional advice.
And with the Shape Up tent in place, we guarantee that in 5 days we leave John's shamba in a better shape than we found it in.
Lots of work, but we've got to get it done.
Yeah, right.
Because of his accident, John has not been able to work for over a year. No work means no money. So plans for his shamba have been put on hold.
So John, what do you want done to the cow shed?
To be calculated.
Concrete?
Yes.
Okay, you want clean cows,
Yes.
so we put concrete for you. We make some kind of a small trench
Yes.
so that the slurry can go to the farm.
To this.
Do they catch any disease?
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia?
Pneumonia, yes.
You didn't know cows get pneumonia?
No,
I'm
I
sure of
did,
that.
I
Oh,
did,
yeah.
I
Good.
did.
Now you've had it.
Yeah.
We make what? We get them some jackets. So what we can do, maybe shelter them from the cold. I think
Yes.
that could be good. I think it's something Mr. Rain and Mr. Sunshine can tackle. Don't you think so now?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's get them up.
Okay, guys, time to work. Look at them run. Now, guys, what we need to do here, we have to put in some concrete, right? Just down here. Then make a trench to make sure the slurry goes straight to the farm. And then, of course, you put some barriers to prevent the cold from coming into the shed. Right?
And the roof. And the roof too.
The roofing has to be perfect. It should look good. Then we come back and see how you're getting on. John really depends on his cows for cash to pay for the children to go to school. He gets 19 liters of milk a day from his 2 cows, which are zero grazed.
Granny's cows grazed in the field yield only 8 liters.
The regular cash flow from milk sales keeps the family going.
But in the dry season, When there's no green feed, John's milk production falls rapidly. But I know the experts who can put things right. Josephine Kirui works for Land O'Lakes as a dairy products specialist. She's been helping farmers for many years. Josephine will have all the answers to John's milk production problems.
John, I have an answer for you.
Yes.
It's called silage.
Yes.
It's easy to make, it's cheap,
Yes.
simple, and it's just like a cooking recipe.
Right, let's get cooking. John usually cuts his Napier grass by hand. This can take him 4 hours for one day's feed. Often the cut grass is too long and the cows don't like the thick stalks.
But Josephine has brought along a new cutting machine which is causing great excitement with the crew, cast, and cows. Okay boys, back to work.
The great thing about this machine is that it's totally labor saving. Now, in half an hour, it can cut the same amount of Napier grass that used to take John 4 hours to do, leaving him lots of more time to work on the Shamba.
This machine is called a chaff cutter. It is hand driven. We also have a motorized chaff cutter,
Yes.
but this one will do the work. Where you put your Napier grass in
Yes.
and chop into small pieces to the right size, 1 inch. That way you'll be able to make your silage easy.
So John,
Yes.
what did you say if I say I'm going to give you this machine?
I'll be very happy.
Keep working.
Now that we have enough material, we can go and make silage.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Everyone gathers to see how silage is made. And Granny and Auntie have front row seats.
Now let's go through the steps of making silage. I said we need Napier grass, molasses, water, and then after that a polythene tube of 2.5 meters. Tie it one side, get a tube, and then we'll be ready. Spread your Napier grass well. Then we dilute 1 liter of molasses to 3 liters of water. You mix the molasses and the water, then you can pour over the Napier grass.
Turn in the silage, man.
Mix with your hands. And then after that, your material is ready for compaction to exclude air, which makes things rot. So you continue compacting, adding some more material, repeating the same process until you fill your bag. Tie your tube, and then you have to store it in a place which is cool, away from the sun. Place something heavy. Why? We are putting this Napier grass away from oxygen, because oxygen is what makes things rot. Leave it for 2 months and it will be ready. But remember, you don't use until
Dry season.
dry season.
Okay.
Yeah, you see?
Yes.
This is how you make silage. Yeah, it's ready for feeding.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
okay.
Then my cows during dry season, they'll be very good and produce more milk.
Silage is simple to make, cheap and very effective.
One large bag of silage will feed 1 cow for 20 days in the dry season.
Make the silage where you can store it, as a 400 kilo bag is very heavy to carry.
Hard work.
And try to keep it off the ground to stop the rats getting to it fast. Stored well, silage can last up to 10 years.
Silage used well in the dry season will keep milk production high, so there will be plenty for all the family and some left over to sell.
What's good for the cow is good for the farmer.
One day down, and as night falls, it's time for reflection.
What a day, what do you think?
I liked what John talked about cleanliness,
He's a clean farmer, that's for sure.
And the cow shed. Lots of work.
Yeah. Silage?
Silage was jumping up and down. Well, all in all, it's shaping up.
Shaping up well.
Coming up, who learns how to plant a seedling which is disease-free and gives bigger and better bananas?
And is this a new dance or a way to solve a maize problem?
John and his family live on a 5-acre shamba in the hills above Nairobi.
John had an accident a year and a half ago and hasn't been able to work since. Because he wasn't earning, his Shamba suffered. So John contacted us for a Shamba shape-up.
We've made a start on rebuilding the cow shed and learned all about silage, but there's still plenty left to do. Well, let's get busy in the fields, fixing another of the family's problem, this time, more crops and better production. Meet Monica Nyang. She's a project officer from Farm Africa. She's going to show the family how to get the best out of their shamba.
I see you have a very nice banana, but too many stems. You should only have about 4. That way you'll also be able to get a bigger bunch than what you have there. And add manure, because you also need to keep on feeding this banana so that it keeps on giving you good production. Since you planted this banana, how many years did it take to give you this fruit?
About 2 years and a half.
That is too long. And I'm going to show you a banana variety which takes a much shorter time to give you a fruit, gives you a much bigger bunch, and it is disease-free, and it is good for the market. So this is the new variety. It's a Cavendish type. It is not genetically modified. It is disease-free, but you have to plant it in a certain way. From one plant to the other plant, it has to be 3 meters. Then you dig the hole of 2 feet by 2 feet and 2 feet deep. You remove the topsoil, keep it aside. You dig the bottom soil and keep it aside. And then mix 2 debes of manure with the topsoil. Then fill the hole with that. And then you plant your seedling, and you plant it right in the middle. And then you can fill it up with the other soil. Then you water. In the middle, you can actually put a cover crop like orange or yellow sweet potato vines. You need to make ridges. And from one ridge to the other ridge, it will be 1 meter. And then you plant on top of that ridge. And then within about 3 to 4 months, you're harvesting your sweet potato. They are rich in vitamin A. As you know, it's very good for sight. And they really taste very nice. They are in a very high demand in our markets here in Nairobi. So for a farmer, this is a sure crop. If you are thinking of farming as a business, this will also add money into your pocket.
Make sure your banana plants are not crowded. Have no more than 4 stems growing together. This will give you bigger and better bananas.
And why not plant the new variety of banana seedlings, the Cavendish, which are grown in a laboratory and are disease and pest-free and will also crop within a year. Don't forget to plant them 3 meters apart in a 2 feet deep square holes and fertilize well.
The excellent sweet yellow potato can be grown between the bananas. Plant them 30 centimeters apart on a ridge 30 centimeters high. They are rich in vitamin A and give a great immunity and sell well in the market.
More money from the market means more money for the family. Good news for everyone.
We are running out of time, so let's go and see how our handy Mwangi and his team are getting on constructing the new cowshed. Is it good news?
Now we are now putting up the roof. Finished almost the structure.
It looks good. You know what, Mwangi? I'm thinking of moving in here myself.
Why?
To stay here.
Ah, this is now a good house, eh?
I can live there easily.
But I'm sorry, this for cows.
Why? I cannot fit in there with the cows.
Yeah, you can't.
You squeeze one space for the cows, and then me, I can have one room. That's
Yeah, this is a good house anyway.
Yeah. So how soon do you think you'll be finished?
I think in one or 2 more days.
No, Mwangi, I want it done today.
I think by tomorrow but one, we'll be finished. Yeah. Haraka, fanya haraka sana. Quickly.
You know, joking aside, there's a genuine chance that cowshed will not be completed in time. But the light is fading, so for now, it's the end of another busy day.
We were keen for the team to really press on this morning, but disaster has struck the shape-up schedule, rain, and lots of it. But at least it's good news for the water storage supply.
Come rain or shine, Elizabeth and James still have to walk a long way to the well and pay some money so that they can get the family's water. This is something that definitely shape up.
Well, the rain is over. Let's see what is installed here.
This is where they wash the utensils.
Yeah.
Okay. So how much did you collect?
Very little. Very little.
It's not big enough.
No.
So you need a bigger tank. And that gut thing, oh man, it's not strong enough. As you can see. I need new ones.
So much water wasted.
Yeah,
much
it's a
of
pity.
Which I think we should just go and see what Granny has.
Oh, Granny. My. See any water in this?
This sure is
Wow.
ancient.
Could you turn on the tap now?
Oh, dry.
The tap's dried.
That's
Oh,
dry.
man. And the guttering, equally bad. And you need to tap all that rainwater. It could be such a waste.
I mean, Granny has cattle, she has goats, she has a shamba and no water.
So we need new gutterings here and the new water tank. Now that we have seen it all, we know what to do. Handy Mwangi.
While Mwangi got grappling with the gutters, I had an amazing chat with Granny.
How are you getting on?
Fine, you.
Good. See what
Now,
they're doing.
listen, you're never gonna guess this.
What? It's raining.
That granny and my granny have been friends for many years. And guess what? They've never seen each other for the last 20 years.
Last 20 years?
The last 20 years. Maybe wouldn't it just be great getting them together?
Good. Let's do that. Let's get them together and see the excitement. Okay.
With 1 day to go, it's a race against time. The maize on the Shamba is not looking good, so we've contacted Dickens Nyagol, a technician from Isipe, for his expert advice. Jane here and Elizabeth are worried about the maize crop.
I see.
And I should get this as a problem.
This is a stalk borer problem. When the stalk borer infestation is low, you see this kind of damage. But when the number of the stalk borers in the plant increase, you see this kind of damage getting severe. It will become severe until they cause a complete loss to the farmer. Like you see, this plant, the growing point is killed, and this we call dead heart. You can even see this one is broken.
What do you mean by dead heart?
A dead heart is the killing of the growing point by the insects that damage maize in the field. This is a plant which is damaged by maize stalk borer. And if you look at this, if you see this kind of frass, it shows there is a stalk borer larva feeding in, and this is the excreta. When you start splitting the stem, you will be able to see the damage they have caused in the stem, and you'll be able also to see the insect. There are many inside here. So this maize is not going to grow anymore, and it will not form any cob. So the farmer is not going to get any harvest from this plant.
Where do the stalk borers come from?
Okay, stalk borers come from the moths, these ones, which lays egg in the plant, and the eggs hatch into the stalk borers.
Okay. Can it spread from this plant to another?
Okay, this one will grow here, but when it grows to adult, the adult will come out and lay eggs in other plants. So the population will increase.
What can we do?
Yeah, we have developed a technology which I'm now going to show you how you can control this pest. Okay, this is Desmodium.
What does it do?
The Desmodium produces some smell which the stalk borer moths don't like, and therefore they are pushed out of the field and leave your maize healthy. When you plant Desmodium, you plant in between the lines of maize. And after every 5 lines of maize, you plant another line of Desmodium. Once the Desmodium pushes away the stalk borer moths from your field, they are pulled to the Napier grass, which you plant 1 meter away from the line of Desmodium. And the Napier grass will attract the stalk borer moths and kill them there. So it is a push-pull. Yes, Desmodium pushes, Napier grass pulls, and that leaves your maize clean.
What do you think about the push and pull?
It's nice.
That is the new system of controlling stalk borer without using pesticide, and once you plant it in your field, it will provide protection for up to 7 years.
Watch out for the maize stalk borer. It can ruin your crop.
To prevent it spreading, plant Desmodium every 5 rows of maize, then 3 rows of Napier grass all around the maize plot.
The stalk borer moth will be pushed away by the Desmodium and attracted or pulled to the Napier grass, where it prefers to lay its eggs. But the Napier grass kills off the larvae, leaving the maize crop pest-free.
Push-pull is what it's called, and if you do this, your maize will be naturally protected from the stalk borer, giving you a bigger harvest and a healthy shamba.
Today is Granny's big day. She doesn't know that we have secretly arranged for her old friend to come and visit, the first in 20 years. Granny's friend is 102 years old and finds it difficult to walk. Will they recognize each other?
Time is ticking away as our team wrestle with the water problem.
Over at the cow shed, it's time to go home. We still lots left to do.
Let's hope tomorrow we'll see the Shamba shaped up. But we'll just have to wait and see. It's our last day on the Shamba. Will we finish on time?
So Naomi, what have we accomplished so far? Let's see. The family have learned about silage.
And how to grow bigger and better crops. And rid the maize of the stalk borer moth.
but it's still the cow shed and the water storage to go. I catch up with Mwangi as he's doing the final test of the tanks. Perfect. We've managed to change this for that. And that for this. The 4,500 litre tank will mean Elizabeth won't have to go to the well so often.
And Granny will have enough water for her sheep and cows.
On the top there's a liter for keeping the water clean.
It will make my work easier.
That's very good. They have done a very good job for us.
And now, last but not least, the cow shed.
With an hour to go, Mwangi makes the last checks and the new cow shed is ready for inspection.
Do you remember what it was like before? In 5 days, this is what it's like. It's been extended to house more cows, has a new roof, a sloping concrete floor to allow it to be cleaned easily.
It's also boarded at the back to protect the cows from the wind and keep them warm. And you wanted a beautiful, clean, good cow shed. Now, do you think this is it?
Yes, that's fantastic. Now the cow shed is okay. There's a machine there for cutting Napier grass.
So now the slurry can go down the drain.
Yes, you can see. Yes, you can see.
Okay.
Now, you see they won't be dirty during rainy season. There's a store, milking place.
Yes.
Now there's more sheds for more cows. Yes, they produce more milk.
More milk, more
money. Yes.
You're happy.
I'm very happy.
Very happy.
Very.
You like our shape up?
Yes.
Good.
Very good.
Just the way you expected it.
Come again.
So, Tony, I think we did a fantastic job on John and his family. Don't you think so?
Yes, we and the experts left the Shamba in a better shape than we found it.
The moral of the story is...
If you need help, just call for a Shamba Shepherd. I wonder if you can remember all the good stuff you just saw about farming. No? Well, you don't have to worry. Just SMS your name and address to 5606 and we'll send you a leaflet with all the information. Sadly, we've got only a few more episodes left in the series. In our final episode, we'd like to show you clips from the subject that you found most useful. And this is where you come in. We want you to text to us the subject that you found most useful to you. For example, if it's chicken, text chicken to 5606. Voting ends at the end of May.